Lo conseguí, lo conseguí. Déjame ver. Ya luego le acomodo la pantalla, le acomodo todo, borro el video anterior y dejo este. Ok, share.
To leave everything, he actually
Está la cosa.
stopped working for this company where he was getting a huge,
Creo que sí está
huge
escuchando.
salary. I mean, it was a really good salary for Latin America, but he decided to stop earning that. I mean, he wasn't making much money from
Ay, lo cerré, espérate.
crypto, but yeah, both of us decided to go all in and see what happened.
I really appreciate the passion there. Like you can really feel it, and you guys really went all in. That's awesome. And there's a bunch going on in Coinary right now. You guys, as you mentioned, are working on a PvP pet simulation game called Clash of Pets. At first glance, it's kind of reminiscent of Tamagotchi and Pokemon, but with its own flavor too. And could you tell us more about that?
Yeah, it's a Tamagotchi Sugar Crash thing, but we added the NFT blockchain thing on the game to make it more spicy, but without being super, let's say, super focused on saying this is a play to earn game, this is a NFT game. No, we don't want that. I think that we have to definitely change our minds and change the focus. I think everyone on the on the on the crypto space community that is developing a game right now should aim to regular players, because that's how it's going to be actually mainstream when we hit regular players that play regular games. So what we did is to create a game that you can download for free from the App Store, from iOS Store, and Google Play Store. You don't have to pay anything. You don't have to have a MetaMask wallet. You don't have to have any kind of knowledge. So we break that barrier, and you can start playing completely for free. In fact, you will start earning completely for free. This is what we trademark free to earn, because we don't want anyone to be paying for NFTs or coins or whatever. We don't want people to be investing in order to be able to play or in order to be able to win. We want to change that approach, and that's why we trademark free to earn. That is a way that we will reward users depending on how much they play. And if users want to just buy a subscription, or they just want to buy more life or gems or whatever they want to buy to unlock some perks, they can do it. But those perks are not going to make you win more. We don't want that. The pay to win more also, that's not going to happen. That scheme, that I mean, yeah, we saw it fail. It failed on every game. Everyone has have some, yeah, maybe some wins on some games, some losses on others. So we won't take that approach anymore. We think that's a wrong approach. We took it with Dragonary because it was what it was in that moment. It was the main idea of every game in there, but including the biggest of all times, that is at Axie Infinity. But on the long term, it doesn't work, and it's not going to work. And yeah, we needed to reshuffle and rethink how it's going to work, how it's going to be, because we want this to be something that can live forever, like any other game. But if the game is not paying for itself, and it's not paying the users by itself, it's not going to work. It's not going to be on the long term. It's not going to exist. So that's why we definitely decided to make a huge change in the tokenomics and gamenomics of our games.
That's one of my favorite things too about talking to partners, especially those who really share that ethos of making it a game first approach, and really attacking it from making something that's fun that people like to enjoy. And there are just so many games in Web 2 even that are pay to win. So it's a breath of fresh air, I really believe. Do you have a favorite pet, or will that cause trouble if you tell us now?
I'm not going to say it. I already said that I have a favorite dragon when Dragonary went out. That was the Ice Dragon, and the developers made it too OP when it was released. So I'm not going to say anything because maybe one developer goes crazy and puts some, I'm not going to do it again. Like, and the people who loved me were buying Ice Dragons. The people who hated me were buying Fire Dragons. So I'm not going to do that.
It's spiked up demand. Well, that's great to learn from experience, right? And coincidentally, the dragon on our promotion was the ice dragon, so that was a stroke of faith there. Let's talk about waifu slots. Currently, that's the sub company of Coinary called Waifu Studios. Already sounding heaps of fun from the name alone. What cool things are happening over there?
On Waifu Studios, what we want to do is to let it be a little bit. I mean, we are not going to do anything explicit. We are not going to do anything too crazy, but we wanted to let it be, and make other kind of games. It's still a game, but I guess the target audience is going to be different. But we didn't want to, I mean, lose that market. Like there is a huge market for it. It's Yeah, it's casino, but it's not casino because you are not gambling. Of course, you are not going to be gambling with money. Actually, you are going to earn money by gambling, let's say, with virtual currency, but it's not gambling, of course. So it's kind of the opposite. It's going to be, I think it's going to be the first slot where you can earn money without paying anything, and you are not going to lose money. So it's kind of a revolutionary thing. Yeah, we definitely we are looking forward to it after Clash of Pets. Our main focus will be some updates for Dragonary, and then the polishing and going out with waifu slots also.
Awesome. Well, that's really cool stuff. And with all of that going on, we're super glad that you've decided to take on a new chapter with us. And on that topic, what made you choose to build on our Ethereum layer 2 and just have a go at our toolkits?
Mainly, the idea of the minting and the fees is pretty important for us because we were needing a partner where we can send both NFTs and tokens in the cheapest way possible, because in this case, the users are not going to be investing anything. So what the money is going to be to share with the players, to pay the players. We needed something that was cheap enough to make sure this is sustainable, and the security of being on Ethereum. I know it's a layer 2, but at the end, on the back, we are on Ethereum. It's really good because it's completely secure. We already know that a 51% attack is not worth on Ethereum. It's not worth on Bitcoin. It's the only two blockchains right now where it's not worth to do it. So we are on one of the safest blockchains. We are on a layer 2, which let us send as many NFTs, as many tokens, as many anything as we want to our users, and we don't have to be worried about, okay, we need to cut a little bit of the user's reward to pay this fee. We need to cut a little bit
Right.
of this income to pay for that. It was pretty much what we were looking for, and yeah, it came pretty handy, and it was a no-brainer when we found the information about you.
Oh, well, thanks. We're really glad to hear that. And I'm glad that we kind of found each other and founded this partnership. Of course, Coinary has been working with our product team to bridge Dragonary over to our L2, along with other sandbox type collaborations on the side. Can you share more about what Dragonary is for people who are new to it and what the process has been like so far interacting with our SDKs?
Well, Dragonary is a play to earn game. Right now, we are going to make a huge update on it after we release Clash of Pets, mostly on the gamenomics, tokenomics for Iceland holders. Those are very special NFTs. So something pretty special is coming for them because the ones who are holding dragons, the ones who are holding Iceland are big supporters for us. So yeah, we have some surprises for them, big surprises, like not some skin or something like that. We have something in mind. Actually, we have all the ideas and we have implemented it already. We need to get synced with the marketing team, to release it. But yeah, Dragon is a play to earn game where you can breed dragons, create NFTs, new NFTs, make them better, make them greater, make them stronger, level them up. Uh, and the core thing of Dragonary is the PvP, where it's important the level of your dragon, it's important the quality of it, it's important yeah, how you treat it. I mean, how you evolve your dragon, but the most important thing is the strategy you do, because on the field, on the PvP field, you can put up to 5 dragons, and you have a lot of combinations because you have 7, 8 different type of dragons. So
Escucharán por ahí
yeah,
el video de
if
fotos.
you can mix them on the battlefield, and that's going to mostly is going to tell who is going to win if both of them are on the same level
Por el teléfono, a
playing,
ver si se está
because that's
viendo.
another thing. It's not that just a click or a tap thing. You are going to be a PvP player, and you will need to go try hard if you want to win on PvP, because yeah, we have a strong community that is pretty try hard with the game, and we have made the competition and it was going crazy. The level of players, I mean, the level of fighting was amazing, was incredible. So yeah, mostly it's an exciting game. I know it's not for everyone. Maybe some people is just looking for something more casual. That's why we are aiming also with Clash of Pets for that. But yes, it's a try hard game. I love it. It's a really good game. I think that with the necessary marketing, and with a good bull run, I think Dragonary can get into the all-time high of users playing it, and definitely can recover its fame, and be, I don't know how to say this word on English, rejuvenized, like it's going to be like a reborn, I believe, on it.
That's
And
awesome.
the integration with Myria is going to take a little bit, because we have a lot of dragons, hundreds of
Yeah.
case dragons, and we
There's-
need to mint them, and we need to give it to each user before doing the migration, so we don't get killed by the community because we decided to move to Myria and no one has dragons, or one dragon is missing, or the rarity of the dragon, or these points. And yeah, it's going to be something challenging. It's already ongoing, but we will do it, I think. Before the 15, we will have it ready to do the migration to Myria finally.
Yeah, that's super important given that, a bunch of people are really fanatic about the game and really passionate about their dragons being okay and not lost into the void. I really like
Mhm.
that you guys are making other games too, like Waifu Slots and Clash of Pets, for people who want to take it a bit chiller, because Dragonary is intense. Like it does sound like one of those super competitive games that might break friendships here and there if you're not careful. Um,
There was some issues on the tournament. We did a tournament, and there was some issues with the different clans. You know, we are
yeah.
friends and we are not friends anymore. Yeah, yeah, it happened.
Yeah, yeah, and just speaks to how passionate people are about Dragonary. So yeah, I'm excited about the migration and where that goes. And now that you've come over to this side of the pond, what are your thoughts on Ethereum Layer 2s and the role that they have in blockchain gaming in general?
I think that layer two was a necessary solution, mostly for scalability. Ethereum has hard forked after 2022. It became not being able to mine anymore. Now it's more a proof of stake thing. Actually, it's a proof of stake blockchain, but it's not going to solve every issue when the time comes and the bull run comes and everyone is like what we are seeing right now with Pepe and this on the other meme coins. Like when the time comes where everything is super saturated, when everyone is trying to make a transaction, I think that's where layer twos are going to shine. Actually, they are a they were a pretty necessary solution that we didn't have on the past. The good thing is that right now we have it for the future, and no one is going to be. I mean, if you are going to pay 200, 300 USD dollars on a transaction fee, is because you want, because there are going to be other solutions to do it, and it's going to be stupid not to implement it and not to use it on a regular basis, because it's just a way to go. Like sending money overseas, it was super expensive in one moment. It was kind of not worth it. Then it got a little bit more cheaper and cheaper and cheaper and cheaper, and now we can send whatever amount of money to whatever place with super low fee. If we can get that near to zero and nail it in there and keep it in there, that's definitely a thing. That's definitely a thing that has to be for this money and gaming and uh, Internet of Thing revolution. It has to be close to zero or zero.
Right, yeah. And yeah, thanks for that insight, Alejo. I totally agree. Especially that thing you said about when saturation will come upon us. And that's really one of the solutions that Ethereum has to offer, is just kind of just funneling and redistributing that congestion into something that's scalable. And with how versatile the technology is, there are use cases sprouting like mushrooms. Digital ownership in gaming is indeed gaining tons of traction due to just the value proposition of provably owning pieces of gaming culture and entertainment. How do you think integrating NFTs and Web3 tech in gaming will change the industry?
Okay, that's a tricky one. That wasn't on the paper that you sent me. That's cheating.
Oh,
That's
was
a
it?
tricky question. Nah, no, just kidding. That's a tricky question. I tell you why. I think that right now we don't know exactly what Bitcoin is, and Bitcoin has some years more than NFTs. We don't know if it's the digital gold, digital money, reserve of value, uh, and stock. We don't know exactly what Bitcoin is. It's changing depending on the moment and the period of the of the world, depending if there is a pandemic, okay, it's a reserve. If there is a bull run, okay, it's an investment. Okay, if there is inflation, it's a way to save money. We don't actually know what Bitcoin is, so but we definitely know that Bitcoin is a thing. Like cryptocurrencies, cryptocurrencies are a thing. Same with NFTs. We don't actually know. Maybe we already saw that they were just GPGs or PNGs of monkeys, or they can be music, they can have authors copyrights, they can have intellectual properties bounded to it. So I think this the use of NFTs, uh it's just overwhelming and incredible. So I mean, if someone comes and tell you, yeah, NFTs, blockchain are going to change game industry in this way, it's just guessing because it's impossible to know. We know that NFTs and giving the user, empowering the player is the way to go on the long term. Because if we see how the gaming industry have been growing since the start of it. I mean, when I was a kid, if you wanted to play a game, you have to buy a hardware. You have to buy the Sega, the Atari, and you have to buy another hardware that was the cassette to put it on it. You have to buy the control to play it, and that's only one game. And yeah, you were playing the same game for hours and days because that's what we had in that moment. Then two controllers, okay, multiplayer. It came multiplayer. Yeah, multiplayer was with your brother or your cousin. That was multiplayer. And we came in from paying for everything, that the hardware, the software, the expansion, this and that. We get into a place where, for example, we have Epic Games releasing Fortnite that is completely for free. I mean, yeah, of course they are making a lot of money because they are selling skins or whatever, but it's not mandatory. You don't need that. They don't give you an advantage in the game. Same with Riot Games, with League of Legends. And so we came up that we are right now in a moment where everyone has a computer or everyone has a phone, and free games are being released from companies. I think that the next step is not only giving them the games, but also giving them the items and the power to decide what to do with them.
Absolutely. And I'm sure we've all kind of remember that time where we had to buy tapes for our Game Boy Color or Game Boy Advance. And this is an interesting development away from that, where players are more set up to succeed and have fun and explore the games at the get-go. So yeah, we have reached our endpoint question. Of course, we want to know what's next for Coinary. What are you guys looking forward to the most in 2023 and beyond? Are there any exciting milestones up ahead?
Yeah, right now I'm going to speak in my own perspective. I'm the CEO, so I decide what we do. So
Yeah.
definitely, my perspective is what's going to happen. Clash of Pet releasing full release. I mean, not like we did with Dragonary. That of course we were rushing and we released it, and it had a lot of bugs and things that weren't implemented. Now that's not going to happen with Clash of Pets. I mean, we can get some people being a little bit tired of waiting, but I want to have it full completely and without any bug to release it. Of course, it's going to have a bug. I mean, Electronic Arts released something and it has a bug. I mean, we are going to have bugs, but I want the game to be completed, and hopefully, it's going to be next week for sure. I want that to be our super short-term milestone next week, releasing Clash of Pets. Then I want to do let's say a reborn Dragonary. I want to change some parameters of the gamenomics and the tokenomics, and also I want to announce a big news for Iceland owners, because until this day, Iceland owners didn't have any kind of um, privilege for holding it, for buying them. So that's going to change on the short in a short period of time. I think in 15 or 20 days, I'm going to release a paper that I will write myself. I'm lying. I'm going to write it with ChatGPT. But yeah, I'm going to release all the ideas I have for Dragonary players, the ideas that I have for the future of Coinary itself, and more on the midterm is waifu slots, going out with waifu slots and targeting a little bit of the APAC, let's say it, Asia Pacific audience, and then I want I mean, it's not that I want. I'm already working with huge brands. I can just say one. It's Microsoft, to partner up and do something to start making some brand recognition and marketing. So we are probably going to be, of course, mixed on the gaming industry. We are going to be on the gaming industry, partnering up with Microsoft to promote a tournament and get some branding over Coinary, over Dragonary, Clash of Pets, and of course all the products that we have under Coinary. So that's also let's say a midterm, long-term objective to start making noise as a brand uh, on traditional gamers. On the traditional gamers' point of view, what they see League of Legends, they see Fortnite, they see this, they see that. Okay, we are going to be in there. We are going to have our brand in there. That's where we are going to be successful when we get into those eyes, when we get into traditional gamers' eyes. So that will be the mid long term. And on the long term, it's always the same for us. It's keep building. We are not going to get tired. While we are alive, we are going to keep working and we are going to keep pushing and we are going to keep building, because if we stop doing that, it's going to be pretty boring. And I don't want that. I'm still 32. I'm still pretty young. I have a long way to go. I hopefully expect that. So, yeah, I think that we have Coinary for a long time.
That's great. And yeah, really exciting stuff up ahead. Thanks so much for championing through all these questions. We still have a little bit of time to open the floor to questions from the audience. I see some people already requesting to be a speaker. Let me just bump you up real quick and give us your questions. So here we have, how do you pronounce this? Jai Prakash. Hello. What is your question? Oh, he went away. Alrighty, so we are just gonna open the floor to questions. Maybe take 1 to 2 minutes for you guys to think of something, and yeah, Alejo, if it's all good, we'll just wait for some people to kind of raise their hands and request to be a speaker.
Come on, guys, don't be shy. It's me.
While we're waiting for them to kind of think of something that they're curious about, where can everybody find you guys in terms of socials?
Just put Coinary on Google. You can, like, yeah, on Twitter, we are in everywhere. Twitter, YouTube, Telegram, Discord.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, and imagine for people who are a bit shy today to ask a question, they can just hop over to your Discord and Telegram and just ask away.
Yeah, I guess that let's do something, because we have a lot of Latin American audience and Spanish speakers. So if there is a Spanish speaker, they can do the question on Spanish. I will translate the question and answering I'm going to answer it on English.
Awesome. Yeah.
So if anyone wants to do the question in Spanish, shoot it, drop it.
Yeah. Multilingual AMA. I can only hear with Alejo from Coinary, you guys.
We can do it on Portuguese also.
That's a lot of languages, you know. Ooh, I see one question from the comments. There's someone asking, any update on Dragonary cart?
Yeah, Dragon card. I put it. That was a personal decision. I put it a little bit back on the queue because I didn't quite like it. Honestly, I didn't quite uh, find it. Mm, I think it wasn't ready to go out. I mean, there was a lot of development. There is a lot of development, but I think we need to still find this special thing to make it different of for to make the difference. You know, to go public and say, okay, this is what we have. This is not just another card game. This is Dragonary card. Why? Because it has this. So that this was I wasn't sure about what was going to be, and yeah, I was pretty sure about Clash of Pets and Waifu Slots, so I decided to put it on queue and focus on what I believe is going to do a huge impact on the market.
Alrighty. Is Dragonary cart kind of like Mario Kart with dragons?
Exactly. Yes.
Awesome. We know it from the name alone. I imagine it's gonna look like Bowser versus Bowser versus Bowser. Okay, so we have someone here asking to speak. Probably has a question. His name is Francis. I'm going to bump you up as a speaker. There you go. What is your question? And he went away again. Wow, people are so shy tonight. Yeah, they freak out every time I bump them up. Let me see if there are any more questions in the comments for me to read for you. Okay, Mad Boy is asking, how about ECT token? Is there any update on that?
We will do on the paper I will release in 10 15 days after we release Clash of Pets. I know ECT is some big part of Dragonary right now, but it wasn't really completely implemented. I'm going to be talking about it. I'm going to be explaining what we are going to do, why we are going to do it, and yeah, expect about ECT soon. But it's actually it's going to take like 1 hour of talking to explain it, so it's better to release it on paper so everyone can read it, everyone can have a copy of it. So it's not. Also, my English is not that good to go that deep. ChatGPT will help on that. So definitely, yeah, I prefer to release it on paper. But yes, there is news on ECT, and they are going to be released in less than 1 month.
That's lovely. I'm sure reading it on paper, you know, people can just go back to it and comprehend it more effectively. So do stay tuned for that publication. We have another request. Hopefully he doesn't run away this time. It's Pedro Vera. I'm bumping you up as a speaker now. And what is your question? Yeah, same thing. People are running away. Oh, there we go.
Maybe they don't know.
Yeah. Pedro, are you there? Looks like he muted yourself.
Muted yourself, Pedro.
Hola, pues nada, yo quería primero felicitar a Alejo, a todo el equipo de Coinary, y en segundo lugar, pues preguntarle que cuándo tienen pensado entrar en algún exchange.
Okay, he's first of all congratulating me and the team on Coinary, and he wanted to ask if we have anything, any date to be listed on an exchange. I guess he's talking about six centralized exchange. We have been on talks with different exchange. Um, Actually, they have. We have been in talks. I don't think it's going to be a really good idea to do it right now. I think that we might wait for a bull run or maybe a pre-bull run to get listed, so the eyes are more focused on it, and it's not like, okay, we just listed this coin, like these banners that are happening right now. Okay, we just listed that. Is not going to do much unless you are a meme coin called Pepe.
Yeah. Those are all the rage right now. So definitely market timing is important, you guys. What other? Okay. Raul Estrada here is asking, is the dragon stats will be on? I think he's asking if the dragon stats will be on.
Will the dragon? What?
Okay, we'll table this one for a little bit. Let's try Secret Room's question. Do we have staking on Dragonary?
We will have a staking on Dragonary, and we will have a staking of CYT and NFTs, both of them. Johan is working on it pretty intensive. At the same time, he's integrating Myria, but yeah, Myria right now is priority number one. But then it comes the staking. Finally, we are going to implement CYT staking and NFT staking in a really, really funny way and interesting way. You will see, guys.
Ooh.
The waiting is going to be worth it.
That's getting me really curious about how that's gonna play out.
The only thing I wanna say, like just gossip. I think some people is going to lose dragons on the staking, and some people is going to win dragons on staking. So, just say.
Yeah, take that information as you will, and that's getting us really hyped to find out what exactly you mean by that. Francis is back. I'm going to try to bump him up, and maybe we can wrap up with one last question before we shake hands and say goodbye.
Okay.
Okay. So, Francis, you're on. Do you have a question for Alejo? I believe you're still muted at the moment. No.
Yeah, hello.
Hi, hello.
Hello there. This is for a question for Mr. Alejo.
What's up,
Mr.
Francis?
Alejo, yes.
How are you?
Yeah, this is from his execution.
Oh, okay. This is one of the clans.
It's been a long time. We are been waiting there for a long time. This is my question. Any timetable for the development of the Dragonary itself? Like for example, for the lands, what is the any timetable for that? For any updates? People are just keep asking.
Okay, so Francis, you didn't hear what I said.
I
Where were
think so
you?
because maybe I think I've been late for a couple of minutes.
Okay. So now I'm going to repeat it. Yes, for Iceland owners, there is something huge coming out. What I want to do is to go like smooth and clean with releasing Clash of Pets. One Clash of Pets is released, and I can just get rid of it on my mind and just focus on Dragonite itself. What I want to do, what the team is going to do, is to focus on polishing Dragonite, changing some of the actual gamenomics and tokenomics of it. We are going to, that includes CYT and ECT, both of them. we are going to change the breeding system to make it worth it, because right now it's not worth it. We are going to make some special monthly bonus for Iceland owners, but just again a little bit of information so you can make an idea. You will have to be good at playing PvP. Not only having the Iceland is going to give you the reward. This is a game. This is a competitive game. So if you want to win, you will need to be good on it. So yeah, Iceland owners, if you are super bad on the game, don't worry. Don't worry. You will be able to train your own people. You will be able to say, okay, compete for me. This is the island, compete for me because I suck on this game. I'm really bad with my hands. I'm not good. So you can play for me and we can share the reward. So that's coming, and it's going to be a big, juicy thing for Iceland owners because you guys deserve it.
All right.
All right, thank you.
Alrighty. Yeah, thanks for the question too, Francis. And that marks a wrap on the live question portion of this event. Of course, I want to thank you again, Alejo, for just gracing us with your presence and sharing your insights on the key topics in the industry and some of the stuff that's going on in Coinary and Dragonary.
Okay, it's a pleasure anytime you want. We can repeat it. I love to speak with the community. I love to speak with you. And yeah, definitely. Right now, I'm still with feeling like I want to speak with the community. So maybe we will do something on the Discord channel.
Yeah, absolutely. So you guys heard that too. If you guys have any other burning questions that you'd like to ask Alejo, just drop into their Discord. Any topic under the sun related to Coinary and some of the latest developments, absolutely go over there. And thank you guys once again for attending this AMA, and I hope you have a good day ahead.
Thank you so much. And yes, everything what she says, I wish you the same.
Ajá, ya está. Vamos a terminar entonces. Ya se vio el ama. Déjame ver a ver qué, un resumen que por aquí pasaron en el clan. Dice, hablaron de la historia de Coinary con los inicios de Alejo y Johan por separado. Con los inicios de Alejo y Johan por separado y después juntos. Alejo habló muy bien de Johan por todas las capacidades y conocimientos que tiene en todas las empresas y proyectos que trabajó. La entrevistadora dijo que ha visto charlas entre Johan y los desarrolladores de Myria y se entiende muy bien, aunque ella no entendió nada. Y esto lo puso en el clan de TNC, mi amigo Gastón Peirano. Muchas gracias por ponerlo. Luego puso la entrevistadora. Habló muy bien de Clash of Pets, dijo que era una combinación de Pokémon y Tamagotchi y que era muy divertido. Alejo dijo que está pensando para que todos puedan jugar sin saber nada de blockchain. No se necesita instalar nada de nada y sin invertir se puede ganar cripto. Eso está muy bien. Los pasos a seguir son lanzar Clash of Pets, pensado para la semana que viene. Está todo listo y solo están teniendo problemas con la parte de publicidades en Unity. Migrar Dragonary a Myria. Están siendo cuidadosos para que no se pierda ningún dragón en el camino, ni se pierdan stats ni nada. Según entendí, el PvP estará completo. Entonces, según la traducción, lanzar waifu slot. La entrevistadora preguntó bastante de eso. ¿Y se va a usar el CIT en los demás juegos? Preguntó Álvaro. Y Gastón dijeron que tienen bastantes anuncios para los poseedores de islas. Creen que en 20 días tendrán un white paper escrito por él mismo con varias cosas que están trabajando. Con varias empresas están trabajando. Una de ellas es Microsoft. Quieren empezar a hacer ruido. Entiendo que darse a conocer más. En poco día Alejo va a hablar sobre el ST, que todavía no está del todo implementado. Ok. Habló del PvP, que va a ser completo, va a cambiar el breeding, el breeding system, el tokenomics, CIT y ST, y los poseedores de isla van a tener un porcentaje. Ah, ¿qué tal? Está muy bien lo que dice ahí. Ya nos dirás en un video qué ha dicho. Sí, bueno, básicamente lo acabo de decir ahí lo que puso Paco Bueno, y de hecho yo me pude colar ahí y hacer una pregunta en español. Pregunté que cuándo iban a entrar en los exchange y me parece que dijo que por ahora no, fue lo poquito que pude entender. Entonces, bueno, pues nada, espero que este video lo dejo aquí, voy a borrar el anterior, que el anterior no supe cómo hacerlo, y bueno, y este lo dejo. Nada, ya saben, con esto y un bizcocho pongo la despedida hasta mañana a las 8. Déjame ver cómo es la cosa. Aquí lo ponemos, despedir por aquí. Bueno, aquí. Ultra final. Bueno, nos vemos, muchas gracias. Sayonara, baby.